Hey guys, it's Staci and Hutch, and apparently our bosses thought that we didn't talk enough.
So we're going to do a podcast.
We're going to say too much. Hopefully we don't get fired, but it's a podcast, so they can't fire us for having our own thoughts.
And we don't get paid for this, so how can you fire from something that you don't actually do for a job?
You're not getting paid?
No, are you?
Let's start the podcast.
Hey!
Hey!
Hello.
It is Staci and Hutch, Say Too Much, powered by Mattress Galaxy. We've got a great show today for you. Not only do Snackchat, pass or play, but here in just a second, we're going to talk to Mr. Dean Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
He's made me cry so many times on TikTok.
Oh,
Not his fault necessarily,
but the song that we all can relate to in one way or another.
Yeah, it's a good song. He's going on tour, so why don't you just say we jump into it?
Okay.
Let's talk with Dean Lewis.
I was first introduced to your song when I was scrolling through TikTok and I saw a dog and I'm like, oh, cool, a dog video.
Dogs. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I'm listening to the lyrics. I'm like, what's happening to me? You know?
Mate, it's been incredible. Like the dog videos are the worst ones, man. Like people post the dogs, like there's something that hits a little bit different about those. But yeah, like put the song out, wrote it about my dad, and it went crazy on TikTok. Like people telling their stories about their family members, their dogs, their hamsters and friends and everything. It's just been incredible. It's been incredible.
Is it weird that your song gained traction on such a short amount of video time where people are only hearing a clip of the song, not the whole song? You know, a lot of artists that we've talked to are like, wow, it's gained traction on TikTok and now radio's playing it. Or, you know, is it a weird way to go about it?
It is weird. I think the thing is I had a hit pre-TikTok. I had one song that blew up and I'm like, so I'm pre-TikTok and I had to try to learn how to use it. And I jumped on quite early. So luckily managed to catch a bit of a wave on that. But How Do I Say Goodbye was the first song that I had that blew up on TikTok, which was a learning experience for me. I think for me, I still am, as an artist, I'm not writing songs for TikTok. What I sort of tend to do is I write a bunch of songs, and then we'll kind of say, all right, well, which part of the song, after we choose the best one, the one that we really believe in, what part should we try to use? And then we try to think of, well, how do you market that? So for me, I haven't really had a problem with that way of doing things. But it is a little bit strange. It is definitely a little bit weird and very, very different. The world has changed so much now since how it used to be. Because it used to be like you got a record deal, and if they really prioritize you, like my song "Be Alright," like it was kind of like, at least in Australia and Europe, and if you're lucky in America, you kind of always got a chant. You always were sort of given a radio play. You got big playlists. But now it sort of feels like the playing field's a little bit more level. Like anyone can have a hit and have a moment. But having longevity seems to be a bit harder.
How do you, one more question about this song. How do you determine when you're writing a song that's so emotional about someone you love and care about who you don't know what the future is going to hold for them?
Yeah, I was just going to ask you the same
goodbye.
question. It's like, didn't someone warned you about, like, are you sure you want to do this song about something so personal?
Yeah, totally. So when I wrote the song, I didn't know what was going to happen until my dad. He was very, very sick. And the song was written about how do I say goodbye to my dad. But after that, like when I released the song, he was fine and completely in remission for like, I think 6 to 8 months. So for me, it was so much easier for me to talk about the song because my dad was fine. Like, I think it would have been very different if, because the doctors gave him a 20% chance and he was just the one, and, you know, he just got really lucky with this stem cell transplant and he's still great and everything's great. So for me, it made it so much easier to be like, here's a song I wrote about my dad. He's fine. He's now coming on stage with me playing the song. Whereas I think it would have been different if it wasn't that lucky. So it was much easier to talk about it because Dad's great. He's looking at the numbers. He's looking at the Hot AC charts. He's coming on stage. He's loving the attention. It's great. So I can post about it as much as I want, you know. So it's been easier to do that.
What happened the first time you played the song for your dad? How did he respond?
Oh, okay. So I played the song to my dad, and at that point he was completely fine and everything was in remission. Yeah. So I was overseas and my brother was filming it, and he was actually filming it so I could watch it. And my dad just got emotional, and we were like, do you mind if we post this? And we posted it, and it basically blew up. And then it went into the top 200 songs. So it's in a weird way. We just kind of, me and him are kind of like, yeah, it's just such a weird thing to think 3 years ago, like, or 2 years ago, we'd be watching this song blow up together. Whereas it just felt, it's surreal, super surreal for it all to happen.
Are you guys closer now because of it, or were you close anyway?
Oh yeah. We've always been close. Like my dad, taught me how to play guitar, and he's always been like my biggest fan. Like he literally watches everything. He looks at all the YouTube comments. He's even from the start, like he'd be like, "Oh, you're getting added to the, first Australian radio station," and he'd be like, he's very competitive, so he'd be like, "Why is this artist getting played and you're not?" Like he's had to like calm down a little bit with all that stuff. But no, we've always been really close, really close.
When it comes to writing music, do you always have a song in your head? Like, are you thinking about, okay, this is the melody I need for my next song, and then I'm going to do the lyrics? Or you're more of a poet, I think, than you are, a songwriter per se. I mean, they go hand in hand. But do you have something in your head right now?
Yeah, like I think for me, it's like I have things in my life that I'm going through. Like 2 years ago, it was my dad being really sick, and then now it might be a relationship that's building or something that's broken, and then I'll just kind of like I just pick up a guitar, and then whatever's sort of in your subconscious or in the back of your mind, I'll push record on my iPhone and then just play, and then you'll have 10 minutes of absolute crap, and then you'll have 30 seconds of a little chorus or something, where the melody and the lyrics tie into the sort of thing that I'm thinking about, and then that's the starting point, and then I'll try to build it out from there. That's kind of how it happens about half the time.
It's super interesting because on your new album, you built a song around another song. It's like a sequel,
Oh, yes.
With Hurtless, you're like, I need to extend Be All Right somehow. And it's a completely different song. It's not like it's Be All Right Part 2.
Yeah, exactly. That was funny. Like, so I put this song out called Hurtless, and I thought that song was like the best song. I was like, this is going to be a hit, man. And it came out and just nothing. That's why I was so like, I was in a weird, like, when I put out How Do I Say Goodbye, I was like, is this song going to work? I didn't know anymore. But with Hurtless, it was like, I found myself in the same situation that I did like 6 years ago when I wrote Be Alright. So it was kind of a sequel in terms of me being an idiot and being in the same situation again, but not so much like chronologically, a sequel. It was kind of like almost like a sister song, but I called it a sequel because it kind of felt like it.
Yeah.
Do you find it's hard to put yourself out there so much, like your own feelings when you're writing songs, or is that just part of who you are?
Oh, I love it. Like, you learn early on, if you're writing songs, I mean, if you're lucky enough, the most vulnerable thing you say, and it's also the same, I guess, in life, like, but in songwriting and art, when you're really vulnerable and you say something that makes you cringe, like I had this song called Half a Man, and the line was, "How am I supposed to love you when I don't love who I am?" And I was like, oh my God, what are my friends going to say? Like, they're going to be like laughing at me and all that stuff. Like, because I kind of grew up like that with my mates, and you put it out, and I'm like, oh, I hope no one listens to it. None of my friends. And then all of a sudden everyone's going, they're crying. People are crying and they're getting it tattooed, and you're going, wow. Okay. So I learned very early on, if you get that little feeling where you go, I don't know if I should say this, I feel uncomfortable, that generally means there's a connection point there. You know what I mean? So I try to just push through that fear, because it is sometimes a bit much, and you go, oh, what are people going to say? But it's usually good.
Yeah. Well, we're excited for the album and all your success. We love you here at KS95. And again, much continued success to you. And hopefully we'll see you. Stop by the studio September 17th. You're going to be in Minneapolis at First Ave, and such an iconic venue.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
You're going to love that venue. Have you been there before?
I think we played there last time. I'm really excited, man. I can't wait to come back. Hopefully you can come in. And by the way, thank you for all the support on the song. Like, I thought, American radio as an Australian, this never happens. And watching it go up the charts has been like, honestly, for me and my dad and everyone, we can't believe it. It's honestly life-changing. And thanks for the support. And I can't wait to come back.
Man, well, we love you, and we'll see you in September. And make sure you stop by. All right, man?
I definitely will. Thanks for the chat, guys.
All right.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Dean.
See you.
Man, he's so much fun.
What a nice guy.
Yeah, I'm excited for his tour for sure.
Yeah.
And you can always get tickets, and I'm sure we'll have some stuff to give away here.
I hope so. It's coming up soon.
Unless it sells out quickly, which it could.
It very well could.
So there you go, Dean Lewis. All right, let's do Pass or Play.
It's time to pass or play. We're gonna pass or play. We're gonna have our producer Ross ask us questions, then we're gonna tell him we'll pass or play. How you like that?
That was good. I like that. The ad-libbed intro might be the best part of this podcast.
The whole podcast, that's what you
it's
pick?
The ad-libbed intro.
Wow.
It's great.
It's
different.
feeling very
Good job,
aggressive this
Stace.
time. Yep.
It's different every time. That's
Sorry,
what I
it
love
is.
about it.
I'm
It's
getting a
little
cookie Des gave me just to see.
Oh, I have one too.
Hutch leads this year 7-5.
Ooh, and it's not all,
It's not almond.
a little hint of it, but it's not bad.
Okay.
I don't like the almond. Thanks, Russ.
I don't
um,
either. Someone's trying to poison you if they're almond.
I think they are. All right, sorry. What'd you say, Ross?
What you say, Ross?
He said
Hutch
you're leading.
leads 7-5 here in season 2 of Pass or Play. Are you ready for your 5 topics to choose from? Stacy, you can start.
Ready.
These ribs are not for dinner. What do we call them? The 7, can we still say dwarfs? When the cold finally passed. Oh my God, they killed Kenny.
You bastard.
Those are your 5 topics to choose from today.
Okay.
Ladies first.
Let's do 7. Can we still say dwarves?
Dwarfs
Yeah.
or dwarves.
Dwarves.
How many of Snow White's 7 dwarfs have names that end in the letter Y? Pass or play?
I'll play.
You're gonna play, okay?
Yeah.
I can only name 4.
How many of them?
To this day, I can't name the 7.
I think all but 1. So I will say, because that's what you want to know, right?
I want it. Yep. How many? So basically 1 through 7 or 0.
Okay.
How many end in Y?
Oh, end in Y. Do not end in Y or do end in Y?
They do end in
Okay.
Y.
I will say 6 of them.
You're gonna go with 6.
No?
I'm a Disney guy. Sorry.
You're over there like, oh, I couldn't
Hutch,
remember.
what is the answer?
5.
It is 5.
Wow.
Can you name the 5?
Sleepy, dopey, grumpy, anxiety, and
No, that's what I have.
stressfully.
The 2 you were missing were sneezy and happy.
Sneezing happy.
Yep.
Yep.
Dopey, grumpy, sneezy, sleepy, and happy.
Then there's Doc and Bashful.
Oh, Bashful. I forgot about Bashful.
Yeah.
Hutch
Good
takes
try,
a
Stace.
1-0 lead. You
the
were
effort,
close.
The effort was there.
Did you keep it because you knew he was a Disney guy and would probably know the answer,
Yeah.
or did you think you had the answer?
Both.
Okay. You were close.
He was over there pretending like he didn't know, but I'm like, you're a Disney guy. You can't fool me.
Ooh, Amy liked me on Hinge. Oh, sorry. What we playing again?
Oh, somebody's a little
Hutch.
distracted.
Oh, hang on.
These ribs are not for dinner.
I'm gonna do. Oh my God, they killed Kenny.
Oh my God, they killed Kenny. In what year did the first episode of South Park air on Comedy
Ooh.
Central? A, 1995, B, 1997, C, 1999, or D, the year 2000? Pass or play?
I'm gonna play. It was either 97 or 99. I'm gonna go 99. Final answer.
Tonight we're gonna party like it's 1999. You're
Dang
not
it.
correct.
Is it 2000?
Stacy has tied the game. No, you were right when you said it's
97?
either 97 or 99.
Dang it.
It was 1997. We're now down to a best of 3 in this award-winning
wow.
edition of
Uh-oh.
Pass or Play.
Okay.
Stacy,
What's the second one? What do you call that thing?
what do we call them?
Yeah, that.
A dried
Yeah, that.
plum can also be called a blank.
A prune.
Okay,
Yay.
that's correct.
That was an easy one.
I'm
Stacy,
gonna take ribs.
These ribs are not for dinner.
I love ribs.
Me too. Ribs in the crock pot, by the way, so underrated.
I've never tried them.
How many ribs are in the human body?
Oh, great.
A16.
I thought it was about the food.
So we're both like
I
rubbing
love,
our
I love when I trick you guys. A16, B20, C24, or D28?
16. Final answer.
You're going with 16.
Yes, I think there's 8 on each side.
You would think wrong.
Ah.
Stacy,
Is
the,
there-
the winner.
yeah?
Already?
Was
24.
24.
We have
That's
12
a lot
ribs?
of ribs.
I feel 1, 2, 3.
Well, you're missing one.
I'm missing more than 1 if I only feel 3.
I also have
Missing 21.
way too much in the midsection, so I don't think I could possibly feel all my ribs.
Hmm.
Allegedly,
You
we have
probably could. Oh, yeah.
24 ribs.
How far do they go? There's no way.
Don't
I've
they
got
go from
24.
like here to here?
I don't know.
I don't know. You'll
You
have
know-
Ross and I are feeling ourselves up.
Why don't you?
On-
That's
For everybody
weird.
watching on YouTube,
This is going to be the best clip to play for everyone to get them to watch the podcast.
we can double check this if you don't agree with me, but
No, I just don't realize. Like when you feel them, you don't feel whatever. It's fine.
Human skeleton.
Hey, you know what needs good rest? Your ribs.
Yes, they do.
And Mattress Galaxy can give you good rest for your ribs and other parts of your body.
And if you don't have a good sleep, a lot of things in your life aren't good, like your concentration, your mental health, your physical health, and just your general well-being. And to get a good night's sleep, you should really start with a decent mattress. And,
And-
Mattress Galaxy has great people can help you find
I
that.
was just going to say that. How'd you know?
I don't know. I just can read you like a book.
Mattress Galaxy does have great people, and they really do care about your sleep because they're not commission based. They are truly 100% there for your sleep. And here's the best part: is they know people are different.
Mhm.
So how Stacy sleeps isn't necessarily how I sleep.
Right.
And so they're going to make sure they get you the best night's sleep possible at Mattress Galaxy. You can check out their locations: Hastings, Hudson's.
Just the one Hudson.
Just the one Hudson.
Hastings,
Hastings,
Hudson is what you're trying
New
to say.
Richmond, and the new location in
Woodbury.
with their sleep sanctuary.
And right now, make sure that this is an offer is still happening, but you can check the store for details. They're celebrating 22 years as a locally owned business. They're offering 0% financing, and you can save up to $800 right now on some of their most popular brands.
All right, let's do snack chat.
Oh, goody.
What's the latest grub?
Soup's on, fat boy.
You'll find out what's an oral gasm
Your chicken is delectable.
and what's dorm food.
That's disgusting.
Because it's time to test your taste buds as we now present Staci and Hutch's Snack Chat.
All right, it is time for snack chat. We've been doing a lot of sweets lately, so I said, let's chip it up.
Let's get some savories in here.
There's a lot of chips that have come out lately. I actually do have another one that I'm going to save for next week, but it's the new Cuban sandwich chip.
Oh,
And I'm saving because I already had some because I couldn't wait.
okay.
Because Cuban sandwich is one of my favorite. Ross!
What is? Where's he going?
Oh my God,
he
Ross.
went to go get cups.
Yeah. He's ridiculous.
He probably didn't see them, or they got moved.
No, he's an idiot.
Okay,
Stupid. I'm just kidding. He's not stupid or an idiot.
I was gonna say he's editing this, so
Yeah.
he might make you look bad.
I mean, listen, he doesn't need to do anything.
He
to make
doesn't
me
need
look-
help from you.
But yeah, we'll need cups because you found something that I'm super interested in trying because TJ loved it. But we're gonna start with Doritos ketchup flavor.
Mm.
It's brand new, and sweet tangy crunch is what it is.
A lot of people like potato chips and they just dip them in ketchup. So Doritos said, "Let's just try this."
I love ketchup chips. Udi or Udi, whatever.
UDI.
UDI. They made their own version of ketchup chips, and I love them. But this is tangy ketchup Doritos.
Okay,
So we'll
we'll
see.
give those a shot.
Ooh,
I don't mind
oh my
ketchup.
God, they look so flavored.
I'm very ketchup agnostic, so it'll be interesting to see how these
Smell them.
how these taste.
Ooh, they smell great, buddy.
I'm in love with these.
Oh, yeah, good smell.
These are so good. But I love ketchup chips. So good.
I'm gonna eat a few because I'm diabetic and my blood sugar's plummeting
You
a
can
little
keep
bit.
them. They're yours.
They're very They remind me of
They're
tomato
good.
soup.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
I like that.
I
I don't say ketchup when I taste it, but that's not
Catsup.
I like these more than I thought I would because it's not overpowering.
It's not. But what goes with ketchup? Mustard.
Oh!
It is the another level hot mustard flavored
I don't know if
Doritos.
I like that one. I like mustard, but I don't like it in a lot of
It
doses.
smells like BO.
Oh, great.
As long as it doesn't taste like it.
We'll see here. There you go.
Also, it says hot, but the bag does not really indicate spice.
No, I
does
don't
it?
think there's much spice. I don't know. Well, Stacy will be the judge if there's a spice. Cause
Yeah, I'm not a spice girl.
Me neither.
Whoa,
Is it spicy?
not good. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Really?
Mhm.
Now I have to know.
It's not spicy,
It is spicy.
but it's overpowering.
no, it's spicy.
It tastes just like I squirted some mustard in my mouth.
Like Dijon though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not yellow.
It might be good on a sandwich.
Let me try again.
Like if you like to put potato chips in your sandwich and you
Well,
forgot if you forgot mustard, you could put those
That's
chips in
bad.
there.
That is the look of a man who is not a fan.
Oh my God, that is
They're, I think they're okay. They're
There's
just strong.
A lot of there's
It's
very
Wow.
lot of strength in
Nah,
that.
not
flavor.
good. Ross is just. Ross loves Snack Chat because we just give him all the snacks that we bought.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I never bring anything.
You don't have to have lunch.
I'm a
This is-
freeloader here.
This is why he'll take the abuse.
Mhm.
It's because he's like, you know what? I'll take the abuse. They give me food. So
They give me free food.
all right, Stacy found this. This is super good. TJ was posting an Instagram story about it. Because it's Diet Coke plant-based sweetener. So there's no aspartame.
Which is good because a lot of people, like if you're pregnant, they
Mhm.
tell you not to have that, or just really you shouldn't.
Or if you're a person,
or yeah,
they
'cause
tell
it's-
you
it's a chemical, I guess.
But it's-
aspartame. So you,
it's limited time. So
Yeah,
I
so-
wonder if they're gonna make it.
Is it limited to see if people like it? Then they would do it
Probably.
more, right?
that's probably
Of
it.
course,
Because it's
yeah.
not like it's like a unique taste.
When the McRib first came out, it was limited time, and then okay. So this is plant-based sweeteners.
It tastes almost exactly the same.
Does
I'd
it?
say.
I'm not a Diet Coke person. I'm more of a Coke Zero.
I wish I had a Diet Coke in here with aspartame so I could
It
tell
tastes
you.
flat to me.
It's frizzy to me.
Well, yeah, it's fizzy, but
It's-
it's carbonated. Sorry,
I see what you're saying.
It's pretty
my two
similar.
stomachs are not having a hard time with the carbonation right now.
It's pretty similar to Diet Coke.
Is it? I don't
Yeah,
do
it's
Diet
pretty
Coke, so
close.
I can't.
I might not know the difference if you served it to me.
But you taste a little bit of the flatness that I'm talking
I do.
about.
I do.
Kind of
I
like
do.
how Pepsi has a little bit of a flatness to
Yeah,
it.
they do for sure. I'm a Coke guy, but I do Coke Zero or the
Yeah.
regular Coke. But I haven't done pop for a long time. That kind of. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan.
I don't
but-
hate it.
Are you okay, Russ? I just hear crunching in the
Yeah.
microphone
You can-
constantly.
You can move the microphone
Yeah.
away from your mouth when you're
But
eating.
Snackchat.
He's just going
You don't want
crunch.
to hear it.
Stacey and I are talking about emotional stability, and Ross is going crunch.
Do you want me to hit the floor
Crunch.
during the podcast? I don't trust either one. I love you both. I don't trust either one of you with my life.
You shouldn't.
So let me turn the mic off and eat a few more.
No, do
Okay.
it. It's very entertaining. You really like those mustard ones.
They're okay.
Turn your mic on now.
They're okay. They're okay. They're strong, but they're okay.
Oh my god! If Chris ever leaves, can you please be our show producer?
We're not-
oh my god, we're having a.
We're not letting her leave.
Anyway, all right, there you go. Well, that is our podcast. Thanks to Dean Lewis once again. Oh, you are
Thanks to
lovable.
these
You are
chips.
so lovable. Do you know that? And I'm not saying that facetiously.
Oh.
You are very lovable.
These chips have kept me alive during this podcast. A low blood sugar is awful, by the way. The only way I can describe it to people who aren't diabetic, it's
Can you feel that your blood sugar's low?
oh yeah. It's you feel drunk without being drunk, if that makes sense. It's not a great feeling. It's not a good drunk either.
Oh, I was gonna say
Yeah.
because feeling drunk is.
The only and then when you get your blood sugar back up, I always liken it to Mario jumping on the mushroom. You know, when he goes from like half life to full life. Yeah, it's like, oh, I feel great again.
Wow.
Stacy with an I, KS95 on the socials, Hutch, KS95, and the Ross Brendel
Thank you.
on socials. All right, we'll see you guys next week as we do this thing again for you.